Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George disclosed that the weekly public health indicators point to a downward trend in the fifth wave of the pandemic. In the latest situational report, the CMO points out that while the island continues to lodge cases, the data points to an overall decline in the epidemic curve. But the caseload still poses a threat to public health and productivity.
This week, although we continue to register cases, the 7-day average approximation indicates a downward trend in the epidemiological curve. We note reductions in most of the public health indicators. The cases of COVID-19 noted on a daily basis still has the capacity to cause an increase in hospitalizations, deaths, and affect the productivity in the workplace. We appeal to all organizations, including the public and private sector, to ensure the strengthening of all of the public health protocols. We remind you of the following important measures. Avoid large crowds and crowded areas. If you develop respiratory symptoms, seek medical care and avoid contact with others.
The daily infection, a key metric, is also down.
The daily infection rate for the last 7 days is 94.9 per 100,000 population per day, which represents a 43% reduction from last week, with a 44% average testing positivity rate and a transmission rate of 2.9. We have 49 positive cases admitted at the respiratory hospital. 6 of them are severely ill. We have recorded a total of 325 COVID-19 related deaths and COVID deaths. Since the commencement of the fifth wave on December 16, 2021, 7,780 cases have been diagnosed, with an average of 173 cases per day.
Two trends remain the same. The cases in the fifth wave continue to be predominantly women, with men accounting for most of the deaths. Moreover, pre-existing conditions are still a feature of the pandemic-related fatalities.
Women account for 59% of the cases, and 29 COVID-19 deaths have been recorded, 55% of which is male. The majority of the deaths are COVID-19 related due to other associated chronic health conditions. Tourists account for 2% of the cases diagnosed for the past 7 days, but 4.8% of the total cases during the fifth wave. Although the cases diagnosed are island-wide, the main areas affected are Castries, Gros-Islet, Vieux-Fort, and Babonneau.
Saint Lucia has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the region, and the CMO continues to appeal to St. Lucians to roll up their sleeves and take the jab. The Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available at the various wellness centers and advertised sites. Dr. George reminded St. Lucians that these vaccines have been proven to be safe and effective in protecting persons from developing COVID-19, its severe forms, complications, hospitalizations, and death. The booster vaccine is also available for persons who have been fully vaccinated for over 6 months. Joachim de Plessis, HDS News Force.